There. I just vacuumed it. My tech advisor, Arizuki, gave me some help moving this big honker. And like, it's weird because like it's not a custom rug. They have sizes you choose from predetermined. And so it like almost fits, but there's like 2 inches there and like a little hang there. But moving it those few inches to get it perfect is difficult because it's like pull, 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 pull. Oops, it went 2 inches. I wanted 1. Reminds me a lot of drawing and redrawing, but so I'm pretty happy with it. It's crazy, but yeah, still in progress. Round 1 of my current eBay purge. That's actually an art print I'm sending out, but these are all eBay things, including that. Hey, it's Sunday afternoon, and I have not done a great job of doing art this week. I think earlier in the video I showed you I got a new rug. I set that up. That took longer than I would have expected, and catching up on a lot of other things. I did try, well, I guess you're seeing, I did try doing a drawing for May the 4th for Star Wars of Sabine Wren from Rebels, but I didn't finish it in time, and then I went back to work on it, and I was not loving the color, and I was struggling with it. It was like I forgot how to draw, and it was just, I spent hours on it, and I don't like where it is, and I was going to try to force myself to finish it, and I'm like, why? What's the point? Move on, do something else. So I stopped working on that. And at some point in the week, I had started working on the next panel for the Horror Ray 4. And all of a sudden I realized like, oh, it's Sunday and I'm like not even halfway done with this panel. So luckily, instead of being a story of failure, I buckled up, and today, I had a big day yesterday with the family, and it was just exhausting, and I got too much sun, and I felt sick, and whatever. And I actually felt pretty terrible this morning, too, physically. But I rallied, and I put a couple hours in, and I'm just about done with the next panel. I anticipate being done with it today. Worst case scenario, I do some tonight. So good, hitting those milestones. Since I set up that soft goal of doing a panel a week, the only time I missed it is when I had an unexpected trip to New Jersey. For a week or two, I missed it there, but I've been back on track since. Again, it's not as fast as I'd like to be working, but I'm trying to push that thought out of like, this is going to take forever at this rate, and replace it with the thought of, yeah, but when I wasn't working on it for a year, it was going much slower, wasn't it? So I could still technically call myself a comic artist if I'm at least doing a panel a week. I would like to do more, but that's where we're at. I guess that's it for now. Charging my pencil. So I got a new iPad. I got a new iPad. It's friggin' awesome. You love it? It's an iPad. Oi, oi. Anyway, that matches my haircut. I was gonna say, so I got a new case for my new iPad, and I had to get a new Apple Pencil because it doesn't fit, and I like a little silicone grippy on my Apple Pencil. Now, here's the thing. I got the case, with the new charging of the new Apple Pencil. The old one I didn't love because theoretically you could plug it in, but you had to have an adapter. If you didn't have the adapter with you or whatever, then you plugged it into this part of the iPad, and I always was afraid it was going to break off. So theoretically, this is better because you stick it on the side, it magnetizes, and now it's charging. And it charges pretty quick. But I got the case, and it's like, yeah, you could still charge with the magnetic charging through the case. Awesome. I got the little silicone grippy, and it's like, yeah, you can still charge through this. But you know what you can't do? Both. So now when I have to charge it, I either have to take my iPad out of the case or take my Apple Pencil out of its silicone little sleeve. That is really hard and impossible, and I did it once, and I'm like, this is just going to rip apart if I do this. So now I have to pop it out of the case every time I want to charge it, which is a little annoying. Also, I didn't get any, because I came home, and I was using it, and I was trying to finish up that panel, and I didn't get any notification, like battery low, which maybe it popped up and I missed it, but I didn't see it. So all of a sudden, it just stopped working. So it took me 5 minutes to figure out, there's no battery anymore. So now it's charging. What I was doing, though, because the drawing is done, I have to go in and put the grays, but the actual inking is done. But with the military characters, there's this fake military logo I created that I occasionally kind of redraw, but most of the time I just take a version I've already drawn and scale it and squash it, and because it's like, it's graphic design, it's not illustration, and just makes it easier. So I spend most of the time doing that, and all of a sudden now this. So anyway, the point is it'll still be done tonight, but the combo of the two accessories for my iPad is inconvenient. The fact that I didn't get a message was inconvenient. Everything else is convenient. Meanwhile, This pile here is all things that I have on eBay right now. That pile is, some of it's for eBay, some of it is to be put away on shelves somewhere, some of it is going elsewhere. It's all, about a third of that is being sold immediately. The rest is like processing. But I'm also out of boxes, so I can't really do too much more. I've also had a weird issue where like there's a big Voltron figure I'm going to sell, and there's an Apocalypse from Marvel Comics I'm going to sell that have accessories that I know I have, but I don't know where they are because I moved and there's boxes, and so I got them already packed up, took the pictures, put them in the box, ready for eBay. Where's the sword? And so now I can't do anything with them. That's a small thing, but it's a thing, and yeah. Monday, May 8th, just dropped off some more eBay stuff. Haven't done any drawing today, but it's only 11. Give me a minute. Hey, here I am. I'm doing a sketch card finally. Well, I'm transferring. I use a Bic pen on top of the improvised carbon paper I make by, just scribbling with a pencil. And this is the first one I did out of the batch, and it was a little bit rough going to kind of get back in the groove, but I did it, and one down and, 9 more to go. Good. And the kid who could not care less. It's Tuesday night, and I'm doing a pee-pee dance. I've done 3 sketch card transfers. That's kind of all I've really accomplished as well. Oh, I gotta pee. The sounds of an arcade. So that last video was last night. I started to film, and I'm like, oh, I have to pee, and then I'm like, it'd be funny to kind of, but it overcame me, and then I went to sleep. So today is Wednesday. Monday, I transferred 1 sketch card. And I've been I've talked about this before, like when I'm in the flow, things get easier. And then when I haven't done something in a while, I'm like reluctant to go back to it, whether it's comics, prints, inking, whatever the thing is. And so I was like, I haven't transferred a card in a while. I haven't touched this in a while. But I did 1. And then today I did 2 more. So I have to transfer 7 more. Then I still have to ink and color them, but progress there. That's all I've really done so far this week in terms of art. Well, I have packaged and sent 1 Etsy sale and then a bunch of eBay stuff. I've been having a lot of issues with eBay lately. It's usually my go-to over Facebook Marketplace and groups, on Facebook and things like that, because I've had issues with those. But in the last 2 weeks, I've put a lot of stuff up on eBay, and I've had 2 canceled bids for like no real reason. And it was that thing where there's like a stack of bids and they canceled on top. So then it moved down, and then the next person canceled because like they didn't want it anymore. Like it messes everything up. And I have had several people contact me that don't seem to understand how eBay works, where they're like, hey, what's the best price you could do for this? Like, what? It's not a convention. It's not a flea market. It's not a yard sale. You bid and you get it or you don't. And one person's like, can you do any bit of on shipping? And I do shipping. I put in the weight and the size, and it calculates to where they are. So I'm like, no, you're just paying the shipping cost. What are you talking about? Like, and all outside of the actual mechanisms of eBay, just sort of like private messaging. Like, even if I wanted to do this, it's against the rules, and I don't know how to do it, and I don't want to do it. Like, and I've had a lot of messages like that, which I haven't previously. So I don't know. I'm getting a little disillusioned. When one person contacted me, a G.I. Joe figure, I sent it to them, and they're like, this isn't going to get to me in time. And not like for a birthday or something, but they're like, I'm leaving this house, and there's going to be nobody here to receive it. It's like, you're moving? You ordered something a week before you're moving? What? And I'm like, you never sent anything to me before that. And I have options for express. Like, there's no guaranteed delivery. They just send it regular mail, but there are options if they want to pay extra. So I was like, I'm not canceling the order, but who knows how that's going to turn out. Anyway, eBay's... So I'm going to try to get some more cards done today. And of course, I'm going to try to get my Horror 4 panel done today. Hello, Uzi. Sorry. I mean, this week. I don't mean I'll get that panel done today, but I'd like to touch it today. And I'd like to touch the cards today and, whatever. It's kind of be a busy week. We have some... landscaper type people coming out today that I got to talk to because we've got a weed problem. It's just everywhere. We spent a couple hours pulling them the other day, and like they're already coming back. So we're talking about getting some kind of cover. Anyway, that's boring. House stuff. Owning a house is nice, and it's terrible. I hate it. I don't like having to do house things, but otherwise we live in a terrible place. So it's a conundrum. Yeah, I guess that's it. I almost forgot. I do a lot of Power Ranger Godzilla art, as most of you know, and sometimes I meet those actors, sometimes they sign my prints, sometimes they take pictures of them, and sometimes other people buy my art and bring it to get signed by them, and sometimes they send me pictures of that, and I don't always share it, sometimes I forget, but anyway, recently somebody sent me a picture of Beast Morphers Gold Ranger with my art, and I was like, that's cool, and then I shared it, and then the actor was like, hey, great art. So that was a fun little interaction, and Saturday evening, not productive, not been productive. I forget what I said the last time. This whole week, I've done a couple sketch card transfers as far as art goes. Sold some stuff on eBay, mailed some stuff through eBay. But yeah, today, it's been busy. There has been a birthday in the household, as well as Mother's Day for two different mothers coming up. The mother I'm married to and the mother who's my mother. So there's that. And there's this goblin that's yelling around by me. And two little feline goblins that yell around by me. No, but yeah, I've not been feeling great physically. Today, I had time to do stuff, and I just spent the whole day going, boy, I got to do stuff, and like literally just laying in bed. Not under the covers, but like, yeah. Try to do stuff later. I just had a whole Baja blast, even though it's like 6 o'clock, so. Oh, I had to deal, I think I talked about having to deal with landscapers. Anyway, my life is fine. It's full of first world problems, but I haven't gotten much done this week, and I don't feel good about that. Sunday, late afternoon, it's about 4 o'clock. I have been trying to get myself to get some work done. I did do another sketch card transfer, but I need to work on the horror. And this is where I started with this panel of boots with nothing done, just sort of a rough. And then I spent about 45 minutes getting it to here, doing a lot of redrawing of the hand, still not thrilled with it, and some other elements. Like, I always struggle. Well, I struggle with the fact that it takes me 45 minutes to mostly ink one figure that's already been penciled on one panel of a page, and I'm not thrilled with it. But I also struggle with getting really, really tight pencils that it feels like a waste of time, that it's like almost not worth inking, and then I ink them and it's just like I'm almost just tracing it, and I'm not adding anything or cleaning it up other than maybe spotting a couple blacks, versus doing loose pencils, but then I'm doing half of the drawing and the inking, and I'm redrawing and figuring stuff out instead of just focusing on line weight and shadows and stuff. And these are kind of like 75%, 90% done pencils, and then I still am like, oh, because it wasn't now I'm redrawing the hand, I'm redrawing the arm, I'm looking at it now, I'm like, I think that arm's too small or the head's too big or something. I also got interrupted like 5 times, but that was 45 minutes of work. I want to try to finish that tonight, but I have to stop now. Later Sunday night, it's almost 9. I actually have the energy and the willpower to keep working, annoyingly, because I need to shave and shower and feed the cats and do some other stuff before bed, and then I got to get up and whatever. So pre-child or having other things going on, I would just keep working for a few more hours. Like I have it, I'm there, let's go, but I put a little less than an hour in, so, a little less than 2 hours total I've worked on this, maybe an hour, 45 minutes, something like that, and here's where we're at. The inks are done. There's still things I want to go back and redraw, but I'm calling it done, and I did the first pass of grays, which is sort of like the spotted grays. I might maybe put one more over here, and I just need to go in the shading, which won't take me that long. So I'm kind of fudging a little bit in terms of the 1 panel per week, because it's Sunday night, and this panel isn't technically done, but I know I can finish it in like no time at all. I'll probably do it tomorrow morning, so I'm going to count this as fine. Again, I wish I was doing more, but that's where we're at. I'm going to end this video. I forget if I'm a week ahead or if I now need to edit this video and it's going to go up late Monday. So maybe you're going to see that, whatever. I'll see you soon. Bye.